North Korea's secret police has a complex history and a significant influence on the country's security and governance. How did it evolve from its Soviet-inspired beginnings to its current structure under Kim Jong-un's leadership? What task does the secret police handle, and how do they maintain control over the population and government institutions? What challenges have its leaders faced, and how have they managed to navigate the dangerous world of North Korean politics? We will answer all of this, so stay tuned until the end. In North Korea, the secret police was modeled after the Soviet Union's Ministry of State Security from the early 1940s to early 1950s. The Soviet Union had a separate police force for criminal and secret activities, sometimes merging them into a single department. Under Japanese colonial rule, Korea's police were managed by the Police Bureau of the Government General. After Japan's surrender in 1945, the system collapsed and the Soviet Red Army took over security in the north, later establishing a Korean proto-government.
The first chief of North Korea's police department was Kim Il-sung's associate, Cho Yong-gun.
His orders were drafted by Soviet officers and translated into Korean. In early Soviet control, around 2,000 people were arrested and imprisoned, often facing abuse by guards. However, Cho later prohibited the use of torture in prisons. North Korea's secret police has a complex history closely tied to the country's leadership and power struggles. Those origins date back to 1945, when the Soviet Union established the police department in the region and later added the Security Corps, forming the basis for North Korea's criminal and secret police systems. In 1948, when North Korea became the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, its security organization transitioned to the Ministry of Internal Affairs with a secret police division called the Bureau of Political Protection. During the Korean War in 1951, North Korea's secret police split from the Ministry of Internal Affairs to become the Ministry of Social Security. This separation was brief, as they merged back in 1952 to form the Bureau of Social Security. The story of North Korea's secret police is one of loyalty, power struggles, and the high stakes of political influence in the regime. Tae Il-shim, a defector from North Korea, shares insights on the country's eavesdropping networks, confirming their existence and extensive reach. He recalls first-hand experiences with North Korean monitoring technology, echoing elements from the South Korean drama Crash Landing on You. The Ministry of State Security focuses on tracking words and thoughts against the Juche philosophy in the government. Shim appreciates the drama, but points out its inaccuracies. He explains that the North Korean authorities gather information through wiretapping, tailing suspects, and using listening devices. These methods are employed by the MSS and its regional divisions, as well as the Korean People's Army's Security Command. The MSS closely watches high-ranking officials and defector families abroad. Additionally, every neighborhood in Minban has about 5 or 6 informants working secretly for the MSS. In workplaces such as factories and farms, secret informers send surveillance reports twice a week. These informers meet discreetly at night to exchange information and guidance on their tasks. Every in Minban also includes about 5 spies known as public security users who work under the neighborhood police officer, with each in Minban leader also expected to act as a user. Tae Il-shim, a North Korean defector, describes how the Ministry of State Security timely controls the country through a network of surveillance systems, including wiretapping and listening devices. This level of monitoring highlights the authoritarian nature of the regime and the extent of its control over citizens' lives. Shim recounts his personal experience with these methods around 1996. During that year's election, instances of defacing electoral registers and graffiti opposing the election were reported. In response, the MSS launched an investigation. Shim was approached by MSS agents, including a counter-espionage officer and an agent from his neighborhood. They involved him in a large-scale operation targeting a family in his community suspected of anti-government activity. He helped them set up listening devices in the family's home while appearing to visit a friend. The operation lasted 2 months but yielded no evidence, leading to no arrest. Shim explains that the MSS's focus has since shifted towards wiretapping cell phones, forming 111 command groups in each province, city, and county to monitor calls made to the outside world. These groups are tasked with suppressing activities deemed dangerous, such as praying or watching South Korean dramas. The agents often work undercover, disguised as beggars or children without homes, using advanced technology to track calls. Though the MSS claims to protect the North Korean system, Shim believes their true goal is to extract bribes from those they catch making calls to China or South Korea. These bribes can range from 3,000 to 10,000 Chinese won, depending on the destination of the call. Relationships between the caller and the MSS can often involve mutual financial interest. Now let's talk about the current structure. The South Korean Unification Ministry Yearbook typically provides extensive information on North Korea. However, it only names 3 top officials from the Ministry for Protection of the state. The current minister is Colonel General Yong Kyung-thaek. Lieutenant General So Tae-ha serves as the vice minister, while Kim Chang-sop leads the political bureau of the ministry. Information from earlier yearbooks is similarly sparse. Despite the limited details, various sources offer insights into the ministry and its departments. However, this information may be outdated or partially inaccurate. The ministry's main office is located in Pyongyang, north of the Taedong River. Its headquarters were shown in North Korean media during the opening of Kim Jong-un's statue at the ministry. The ministry oversees various bureaus, each with specific functions and code names. For example, the 3rd Bureau, known as the 5th Directorate or Executive Directorate, handles covert operations. The 7th Bureau, referred to as the Bureau for Farming Guidance, may have involvement in agricultural projects or surveillance. What do you think of the secret police? Let us know your views in the comments section below, and don't forget to share it with your friends who like to know about Korea. For more such amazing videos, subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.